Hello everyone, I'm Ashley Ford, but you can call me Professor Ford. Here at the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, today we'll be learning why Black women actually are magic. Did you know? I knew. We all knew. Angela Davis knew.
I can so dance.
So this is our living room. And one of the reasons this room is the most us is because this is the geekiest room in the house. We love the Hulk. We can't help it. We have quite a few Hulk things, including my engagement ring. So he proposed with matching Hulk Gamma Ray Collector Avengers rings.
It's just the symbol.
It's just a symbol.
It's just the symbol.
You know, in my mind, I'm a little bit of a place for everything and everything in its place. But in reality, I'm more of a person who just makes piles. So I need things that look cute even when they're just in piles. If I start my day listening to Bossa Nova, then I'm going to have a beautiful day. Because can you imagine like when you're in the kitchen and you got like your bowls of stuff, and you got your pan over the fire, you're just getting it. And now cooking has become not just like doing something creative and making a wonderful meal for yourself and the people you love. Now it's also a dance party? Like, that's way better. Everything should be a dance party also, / dance party. These I really wanted. They were a Christmas gift and they're the copper bottom pots. I also prefer cooking with wooden utensils. I don't know why. I think it's because my grandma always had wooden utensils, and she's the person who initially got me to start cooking, even though she was really harsh in the kitchen. Like, there were definitely times where I had to be like, I'm 10, okay? So if this isn't perfect, I think it's okay, because I'm 10. We're Midwestern. We're from Indiana. It is really, really important to us that when people come into our home that they can be comfortable and that they feel, like really feel, not in that fake way where it's like I'm allowed to be here, but it's like, no, you are welcome here. We want you here. We also do a thing with each other quite often where when one of us leaves, we'll say, bring me back a surprise. I mean, and this is like leave for anything. It could be like, I really want a Coke. I'm gonna go get a Coke. And it's like, great, bring me back a surprise. The biggest challenge probably in setting up this space is also that we're Midwestern. We're used to much larger spaces. And so every once in a while, like we're in this space and we're like, this is perfect for us. It's our little nest, you know, it's all us, like we love it here. But then there are other times when we are definitely like, I'd kill for a second bedroom. I would kill for a second bedroom.
Like, so much of our one-bedroom apartment is just dedicated to the record credenza and stereo and all of that, and like the vintage Napa Valley thing for my cassettes.
Yes.
All of that.
There's also the record player in the bedroom.
There is also a record player in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Relationships are all about compromise.
Relationships are all about compromise. We give away a lot of books. Books aren't meant, in my opinion, to live on shelves forever. Like at some point, somebody should be reading that book, and if you're not gonna get back to it, then it's time for that book to move on, and it's time to give it to somebody who will. We take boxes of them down to the lobby of our building, and they're gone within hours. Our neighbors take all of them.
And through that, we've gotten to meet a bunch of our neighbors to the point where they get excited and they'll ask us, are you bringing down more books? Or, you know, I get tell your wife thank you for the Michelle Obama book.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you know that's not my book? I like Michelle.
But it wasn't his book, it was mine.
It was not.
So behind here, We have a framed article that I wrote. Ladies' Home Journal reached out and wanted to send me to England to do a story about the Brontes and Beatrix Potter. And I was terrified. I wanted to go more than anything in the world, but I was so scared that I kept coming up with excuses why I couldn't go, including the fact that we were broke. And Kelly would not let that be an excuse. And he just kept saying, we can make it work, we can make it work, you have to go. And I did. I wrote the article, it got printed, it went out. It was my first time in a nationally distributed print magazine, and I was proud of myself, but I'm not the best at celebrating or knowing how to celebrate when I feel proud of myself. And I'd also had a lot of reservations about being proud when I'd felt scared. And Kelly framed this for me and attached to it a very, very sweet note about my courageous heart and about doing something that I wanted to do in spite of my fear and being proud of that as well and not letting that take away from my pride. And I cried a lot, and it was like the sweetest thing ever.
Want me to go away with this?
Yeah, because it's probably gonna be the same for me.
Ashley was gone once, and it was just me in the house. And I took a break, and I was walking around the house. And I noticed how all these different things of mine had their place here. And I saw that Ashley had thought about me when she put this house together. And so I think the element of our home that I most appreciate is the fact that it feels like I belong here.
I was gonna say the couch. I mean, that is true. I agree with you. It's just that
The couch is also really great.
the couch is great.
The couch is great. It pulls out into a full bed.
It does, and there's storage. And I guess I just always thought of that as like the symbol of like our
No.
partnership.
I mean, I agree with you. The couch is definitely the first real piece of furniture. It's the first piece of furniture
Yeah.
that didn't come with an Allen wrench that you put it together with.
That is absolutely
You
true.
know?
So this is our bedroom. These are a bunch of encouraging notes I've gotten, mostly from Kelly. And I keep them here just as something to look at and remind myself how my favorite person in the world sees me, which is often at least a little better than I see myself. I have some anxiety around travel, and magazines like this, what they really do is they present so much of the world so beautifully that you can't help but want to visit, you can't help but want to see it with your own eyes, and it just expands the world and makes it bigger for me. So I have a lot of travel magazines. To me, home is your safest place. And I don't mean safety in terms of like a bubble or something that keeps danger out, but just a place where you feel free to be yourself, free to love and be loved. And also feeling emotionally safe is really important out in the world, and you know, especially in media, there can be a lot of posturing and there can be a lot of feeling like you can't be vulnerable in certain spaces, even if that's your natural state. And at home, you don't have to worry about being vulnerable. Like, home is for you to be vulnerable. And that doesn't mean home won't challenge you. And it doesn't mean that home won't get on your nerves sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, home does all of those things too. It's just that idea in your head that no matter what, you'll have home. No matter what. It's the unconditional part of unconditional love.